And that is not the hock-two girl. That is the Dobhar, a Irish cryptid.
Well, Hockaloogie and call me Sally. This is Jen.
This is Becky.
This is too close to home.
Welcome. We're going to take it back. We haven't in a long time done one of our cryptids.
God,
and after a lot of this sad, depressing things, I figured why not a little fun with some real, true historical creatures.
Yes. Real, true historical creatures.
So my sources are Wikipedia, Dobhar-chú, irishcentral.com, Ireland Roots, Reddit, where there is a user who has claimed to get actual footage of him, and Cryptids Fandom, and historicmysteries.com, Myths, Legends. So a lot of true sources there.
Very true.
Accurate.org, so you know that they're for real.
You forgot about the Lucky Charms commercials.
And the Lucky Charms commercials, yes, exactly.
Sorry, that was a very low-hanging fruit joke. I was trying to find a way to incorporate it at some point.
I'm sure you can find a way to bring it up again throughout here.
Oh, I will.
Now, I will say there's a lot of Irish names, Irish places. So I'm going to go ahead and let you know right now, I am going to mess them up.
But you know what? That's our culture.
It is.
And I'm allowed to. Okay.
Exactly. I'm going to do the best that I can do.
All unseasoned cabbage and potatoes.
But it's probably not going to be good.
Nope. A lot of parts.
So the Dobhar-chú, or King Otter, as he's known. So therefore, he will be affectionately referred to as the King, not Michael
Sound
Jackson.
Off, King. Sound off.
Exactly. This episode is dedicated to our kings, Jimmy and JJ.
Yes, kings. Don't get all excited. I'll take it back.
Real quick. So the King Otter is a creature of Irish and Scottish folklore. It resembles both a dog and an otter, though it is sometimes described as half dog, half fish. It lives in the water and has...
I mean, that's the best description for an otter I've ever heard.
Right?
Half dog, half fish.
Any otter.
It looks cute, but it rapes the shit out of things.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's a...
Not
oh,
nice.
boy, why'd you say that?
Not nice. So it lives in the water and has fur with protective properties. There are little to no written records of the king, since its legend has relied heavily on oral storytelling and tradition.
Sorry, that was very immature of me. And I bet he relied on oral.
So immature. The King Otter has been reported for a long time, since ancient Ireland. They are said to be very aggressive to humans and dogs. They were said to attack in groups or pairs. First, one of the pair will attack. If it fails, then its companions will rush in to attack too. They will follow prey through water and onto land.
Listen, in my brain, I am seeing otters dressed up in tag team wrestling outfits. Tapping in and tapping out.
I wish.
With one of them being like, what are you going to do when Ottermania come running my room?
I love it. I'm here for it. Every bit of I'm here for it. So we'll go a little bit more into the description. As I'm sure you can conclude, the descriptions vary greatly, mainly on what part of the world they're found on, because, spoiler alert, they are immigrants and they like to travel around.
Are they eating animals?
Yeah, they
Are
like
they
dogs.
in Springfield?
Yeah. They're everywhere.
Oh my God, guys. They're eating the cats. They're eating the dogs.
Everything. So their descriptions vary a little bit. The physical description of the king otter resembles an otter, but said to be 5 times as large and as large as 10 to 15 feet, with a white pelt, black ear tips, and a black cross shape on its back.
I love how they say like otter size. Like, I gotta know what an otter size is. I know what an otter box size is.
That's it.
I'm gonna say my zoological findings not that sturdy.
I have an intro to cryptozoology class that I'll send to you later. I uploaded
You are
it.
a doctor of cryptozoology.
Almost. I haven't got my degree yet. But
I just got to print it out. Ink's still wet.
Though due to the murky waters it's said to reside in, its pelt may be portrayed as darker. Thought to be a cross between a giant otter and a hound, the king is about 7 feet long, or the size of a crocodile. In Irish folklore, it is also known as the Irish crocodile. It's only getting started. It's so good.
Listen, I don't know what's going on with my brain today, what ADHD fantasies is pulling up, but I literally, my brain just saw a ginger alligator.
Crocodile.
Crocodile, excuse me.
Thank you.
With like broken glasses, like
drinking a beer at the pub.
Yeah.
So in Irish folklore, it is also known as the Irish crocodile. Other descriptions say its appearance, like I've mentioned, half dog, half fish, an eel-like creature, a weasel, or other otter-like creatures. Even a dinosaur resembling a waterfowl.
Well, now I know why we're talking about it, because we love fucking dinosaurs in this podcast.
Exactly. According to the legend.
Hold on. You've heard Hunt the Dinosaur?
Mm-mm.
Oh my God. There's a band called Hunt the Dinosaur, and it's dinosaur themed.
Oh, I will be Googling that later.
We went to go see them in concert when we go to see my Goblin band, Necrogoblicon, and they came out to the sound of the Jurassic Park theme.
Yes! Why you haven't shared this information? I don't know, but I'm going to have to reevaluate our friendship.
I even have a hat that says Hunt the Dinosaur.
Jennifer, I need you to find their next concert.
To be honest, though, I don't think you're going to be a huge fan of this music.
Well, you know, I can just be
he
there
also loves doing the Undertaker eyes, like from WWF, like the...
I just can be there for the intro, the outro, and the merch.
The intro, the outro, and the merch.
That's all I need to be there for.
I'm here for the mic drop. Woo!
And I'm out. According to the legend, the beast's skin is magical. It's said to have protective properties.
That's what people say about my skin.
And my skin regimen. It's magical.
Look at fucking so shiny. I can't even look directly at you. Fucking magical.
Thank you.
Did I clip? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I felt like I got loud. I was very excited.
It's okay. That's what I'm here for, to bring the energy.
You do.
Thank you.
You do.
Thank you.
I was really tired, and then you came up in here, and I was reinvigorated.
Exactly.
Forget Irish Spring. I'm keeping it on brand today.
Irish joke all the way through.
Irish joke. That's me.
They say carrying just an inch of its skin will protect your ship from sinking, keep your house from falling down, and make the wearer safe from any kind of harm. But with all true magical things, there's a catch.
Damn it.
Unfortunately, getting said pelt isn't exactly easy. I mean, we did say he was an Irish crocodile. It's kind of hard to get over there and get you a little inchy inch.
I don't think the Irish are known for their crocodiles.
I don't think so either. Yes.
You know, potatoes.
According to some folklore, it can only be killed with a silver bullet. And unfortunately, whoever kills it will die exactly 24 hours later.
See, okay, here's the thing, though. Big silver bullet out here saying that everybody could be all these mythical creatures who be killed with silver bullets sounds like a marketing ploy if I ever heard it. Is it really a silver bullet? Really?
And is it a silver bullet from the gun? Is it a silver bullet beer?
Mm-hmm.
What kind of silver bullet are we talking about?
Is it like a silver bullet?
Do I just have to take him to the...
A silver bullet from your mom's drawer?
Do I just have to take him to the local pub and get him a drink and stick it up his rump and then we're done? I don't know.
Big silver
I bet
bullet.
Bob could tell me because he did all kinds of porns and that, all kinds of stuff. He could tell me.
He could have. He could have.
So we're going to dive into the legend a little bit. So the king is a bloodthirsty, gruesome creature that lives deep in the waters of a lake, river, or even a sea.
And your house, as JJ is want to hang.
Right? And he is known to be able to travel great distances in water or on the land. The creature is known to be extremely fast, aggressive, and has an appetite for human flesh. When the giant otter is spotted, there are usually 2 of these creatures. They are said, get ready, get your tissues. They are said to find a soulmate, and mate for life, and defend their paramour until death. And if that doesn't describe our kings,
I mean,
I don't know what does.
I mean, unless it's a waiter at like a Carrabba's.
Then we're on our own.
And they put tomatoes in their salad or something.
Then we're just done.
Then you might as well just let them lay down and die.
Because they're not sending their own food back, let alone mine. When one of the otter kings is killed, its mate will swim up from the depths of the water and avenge the killing by pursuing the attacker.
So is that the restaurant?
That's
the depths or the restaurant?
That's it.
And we're the mates that have to come save them?
Yes, exactly.
Sound off, Otter King. Sound off.
The goal is to kill the threat and feast on his flesh. When the beast is about to die, it gives off an eerie, high-pitched whistle to warn its mate, which is what triggers the second attack.
I mean, it would trigger me. Fucking whistle like that. Bitch, listen. My ears are sensitive.
I'm like, first of all, JJ, it's too much noise. You know I get overstimulated.
Am I a dog? Why the fuck you whistling at me?
And they're like, oh, they got you, boo? Sorry, you're on your own. Reports of sightings of the otter date back as far as 1684. One was recorded by Miss Walkington in the 1896 edition of the Journal of Royal Society of Antiquities of Ireland. Miss Walkington described it as being half wolf dog, half fish. A few months afterward, Mr. H. Chester Hart responded to Miss Walkington's letter. He said that he heard rumors about a gruesome creature called the king otter, which is said to be king of all the lakes and father of all the otters.
Listen, that this is a white people thing because they're like the fearsome otter. What? Bitch, y'all could never in Africa. Y'all could never in Australia. You could never in Florida.
Never.
Never. Fucking King Otter. Oh my God, he's so gruesome.
Your threats must be real slim there.
Have you ever seen a wolf spider? I'm going to tell you, that'll make you cry.
You ever seen a flying cockroach?
That makes Jimmy cry.
A wasp makes JJ cry.
Well, I mean, uncomfortable situations also make JJ cry.
True. The best documented story, and I feel like we need a future trip to Ireland to
kiss the Barney Stone.
Well, that and it is my number 1 dream place to go. And number 3, we need to fact check this story.
Girl, yes. If there's anything this election season has taught me is that fact checking fucking important. Okay,
yes.
All right, Jimmy, I'm gonna go ahead. We need to go ahead and get that shit on lock. Okay, next trip.
Facts. I was trying to think of a cool kid saying, to throw in there, and I was like, got none. Got none.
We've said them all.
Skibbly, or whatever it is they say.
Skibbly Riz Toilet, Ohio.
In 1722, Grace McLaughlin, locally known as Grace Connolly, so we're going to go with Grace Connolly.
I'm here with it.
Lived in the town of Crivelli.
Again, my culture, my peoples, and if I want to mispronounce it, I'm allowed to.
She lived at the northwest corner of the Glenade Lake. On the morning of September 22nd.
It's my birthday!
Aww! 1722.
God, fuck, I am a goofy motherfucker. Did you hear that laugh? Jesus Christ.
All I could think when you were talking about your person's murder was it was almost the same date as her murder.
Ah, that's true.
Shout out to September murders.
Woohoo! Virgo murders.
She went down to the lake to wash some clothes or bathe, and while tending to her chores, the beast emerged from the lake and murdered her in a savage attack.
I can't. I just think about like a cartoon otter with like it's like this buck teeth out or like hey, just being terrified by that.
Pretty accurate, just really big.
It's really big.
Yeah. Some accounts say that her husband Terrence rushed to the shore after hearing her scream while others say he went down there after she failed to return home.
Oh, damn. That's a big difference there.
Big difference.
You know what? I'll worry about that later.
I'm sure he was out there like fucking chopping wood and killing their dinner. So, I mean, he probably, didn't even
He already
realize
had
she
a
was
lot
gone
on
for a
his
while.
plate.
Yeah. They didn't even have electricity.
No.
People had shit to do.
Literally.
Besides wonder if she was foraging berries and mushrooms.
Using the old washerboard.
Exactly. Churning butter. Like
whatever the fuck they did back in those days.
Whatever they fucking did. It wasn't enjoy a podcast or,
the modern
watch
comforts
something on Netflix
of air conditioning and
Exactly.
electricity.
He was doing real things.
It's shit that I would see. That's why I live in 2024, baby.
I made for that life. I would be like, oh, thank God the otter finally came for me. End it all.
Please.
End it all.
Please take me now. This is so fucking ghetto.
So ratchet. So, whenever he did get down there, he rushed down only to find her mutilated body with the king otter sleeping on top of her.
How's she seeing it? How's he seeing her mutilated body if he on top? A lot of holes in this story.
There's a lot of holes. Terrence runs home, grabs a dagger, which I feel like he would have already been strapped with. Because at them times, they always had a weapon on him. But who am I?
Just a girl.
Doing a podcast.
With her best friend.
That's it.
Is it?
But I also am a believer. So while there are holes, I do believe it overall. Disclaimer.
It would be a man, though, that would forget the shit that they need to have.
It would be.
Fucking men.
Would hear me screaming and not bring a weapon.
Exactly. Like,
I'm
why are we
hollering,
doing? I'm not screaming because I'm delighted.
And because the water's cold.
Fucking useless.
This
is why I died. This is why my body is mutilated. And this motherfucker laying on top of my corpse because you did not come prepared.
And you let me go down here in this dangerous terrain.
Not very
alone.
Boy Scout of you.
No. Not always ready and on go. But anywho. So he rushes down. He gets his dagger. He comes back and he's like, shiv. Okay? Am I setting a picture? You got it? Okay.
Now they're in prison.
So he's like,
I see some blood and crypt colors.
shiv. And as he's shiving it, it yells out,
quote. I quote.
Its mate's like, oh no, someone put tomatoes on my husband's salad.
The audacity.
Let me go send that back to the kitchen right now.
And I better get a dessert comped. I know my rights.
I will never come here again.
This is going to be a very angry 2-star Yelp review. I give 2 because that waitress was just so kind.
So his mate comes rushing up like, whoa. Who's fucking with my man?
Not my man.
The second beast chased him from the lake. And after a long and bloody battle, which some accounts say he did not face alone, he did kill the second otter. But let's get into what exactly happened with that second battle. Okay?
Let's get down in the nuts and bolts of it.
Let's break it down.
The tomatoes and the salads of it.
So the first one is like, it rushed up. He shiv it. He was, victorious. They was both dead. All right. In a slightly different version, it is said that the second beast emerged from the water. Terrence was terrified, ran, jumped on his horse, galloped the fuck out there. But that motherfucker chased him. So he's running on the horse. The otter's hot on his tracks. He makes it up to the blacksmith's shop.
Of course. As one does. That's where I go in an emergency.
All tracking so far, right?
Some people like to go to their local police station. I say blacksmith. Motherfuckers got big hammers and shit.
Luckily, a local man, Patrick Daughtry, now deceased.
Stop it. I can't. Not deceased. Why that made me laugh so hard?
Well, hold on. He's not the blacksmith, okay?
Oh, hold on. It was telling me to take my drugs. For
Don't eat them right now, fam. High on Life by Becky.
For my mental disorders.
That's what's wrong with you right now. Your drugs are wearing off.
Exactly what it is.
So the local deceased man is not the blacksmith, but he is a historian and folklorist. And so he's been passing this story down. So, again, sources.
Without a shadow of a doubt.
I know. See, what had happened
was my auntie, cousins, friends, best friends, neighbors, uncle. Yeah, twice removed.
He's basically the person when you watch a newscast who has all the tea that they film. And you're like, accurate. I believe you.
Hide your kids. Hide your wife. Because this Irish motherfucker coming for everybody.
That's him. So he says, after being chased for miles, Terrence was obligated.
First of all, you going to sit here and lie and say miles. First of all, I bet you if it was like me, you got 5 feet. It was.
No, it was the horse. Terrence wasn't running. He was on the horse.
So. Oh, that's right. Okay, never mind.
So Terrence was obligated to stop to have the horse's foot re-showed. I don't know what re-showed means, but I'm like, so you're running, you're like, fuck, I got to get that shoe on his foot fixed. Let's stop by the blacksmith's real quick, even though the King Otter's chasing me.
And then we'll go by Walgreens because I got a prescription ready.
And then we'll carry on with the chase. So Otter,
wait, he's cool like that.
Otter, hit the pub, grab a L. We'll meet back over here in 10.
Get you a pub sub. Take a little fiber. You know what I mean? Tortoise and hare, that whole story. Take what you will out of it.
We'll carry on. So the blacksmith quoted a wise man.
I just see a news story and it's an old ass man. And you know how it's always like neighbors? A wise man.
Who also, quote, knew the ways of the creature.
Oh, I bet you do.
Okay, sure.
That sounds like you had a very lonely Thursday afternoon and discovered some things that you shouldn't have been discovering with a jar of Vaseline.
I feel like that blacksmith would be a present day cryptozoologist.
Oh, yeah.
It would be like blacksmith, also cryptozoologist.
You know, it's like how hairdressers back in the day used to also be dentists and stuff.
Yes, yeah. This is him.
This is it.
So he gave Terrence a sword.
Wait, hold on. Are we going to go to the Ren Fair this year and go to their blacksmith and ask if he's also a cryptozoologist? Because I feel like this is important fact checking we need to do.
It is. I agree. It's for science.
Science.
So the blacksmith was like, fam, you need this sword. And told him, when the creature charges. Now, this is quotes. Okay, this is not made up. Quotes.
This is facts on facts.
On facts. When the creature charges, he'll put his head right through the horse. So, what you have to do is as soon as he does this, you got to be quick. And you got to get his head.
You be quick.
Cut it off. So Terrence was like, got you. Got it. So Terrence was still on his horse. He got off and he went and stood, waiting.
Getting ready.
Because he knew what it was going to do. And he had a sword.
He was ready. He knew the plan.
He was on ready. The beast came full charge, put its head right through the horse, like the blacksmith said.
That motherfucker wasn't even lying. He telling the truth.
Terrence,
like it is.
He jumped up, took his sword.
Scout.
Got him. Got him. Just as predicted by the blacksmith.
Damn, so he is a blacksmith, a doctor, and a fortune teller? Motherfucker is talented, okay?
Yes, he is. It's probably also the town's doctor. Determined.
Listen, he took out my last molar and my left kidney, all right? And
he knows what he's doing.
A thing, okay?
And
barely any gangrene.
When my wife had that cough, he took that thing and he blew smoke up her ass, cured it.
And then
gone.
And then when she got pregnant and just got a little headache, I gave her about a block of cocaine. Bitch was cleaning the house like never before. All the hysteria gone.
All the vapors none. She had none.
The vapors. This is my favorite episode.
Determined to avenge his wife's murder, Terrence, with his longsword.
I feel like you need to call him Terrence.
Terrence did it. The king otter's head, killing it instantly. As recently as 2003, Irish artist Sean Cochran and his wife, guess what? Still seeing him. Still seeing that little otter's offsprings. He's still around.
Oh, okay.
He's a little more discreet now. After Terrence, the word spread.
It's like Betty White's character in Lake Placid when the little baby gators come up and are nipping at her toes. Like, oh, there's going to be a part 2 to this bitch.
Exactly.
And Jimmy goes, and there was.
But he's evolved a little bit because Cochran said it's large black, but now they got orange flippers.
What y'all don't see is Becky's little dance here. Like, huh. I feel like this is the new TikTok challenge.
The creature, quote unquote, reports Cochran, swam the width of the lake from west to east in what seemed like a matter of a few seconds. Cochran concludes
Somebody better put him in the Olympics.
that it finally leaped onto a large boulder before disappearing and giving the most haunting screech.
Could you imagine waking up from a cold sweat and that's why?
Now, this is why we need to go. The headstone. There's further evidence to back up old Terrence's story. So if you were doubting that he was the hero that he is, let me go ahead and squash that for you, okay? And give him the respect he deserves.
Give him the respect.
Put some respect on that name.
Right at the end.
The grave of Grace Connolly exists. The headstone is carved with a detailed depiction of the killer, the Great Otter.
You telling me I'm gonna be murdered and you gonna put my killer's face on this headstone? That's some fucked up shit.
It is in Conwell Cemetery in the town of Drummonds. The tomb itself is so old that most of the written details are illegible. Illegible. Is that how you say it? Illegible?
Yo, you got it.
Okay.
Nailed it. First
Thank
go
you.
round. That's called talent, baby.
Talent.
Some people are born with it.
However, Grace's name and that of her husband can be made out. The carved image of the beast is much clearer. The creature is depicted laying down with its head and neck flung back so that it lays flat on its back in the death throes. A spear-like weapon is shown piercing the base of the creature's neck, re-emerging below its body, and gripped by a human fist at its upper end. Also, less well known, both the Otter King and Terrence's horse are buried not far from where they were both killed.
Well, that's going to make the fact checking that much easier. You better get your passport ready, gal. We going.
We going.
Ireland. Also, I've been on a big 90-day fiance kick, and I feel like this is just like perfect for it, okay? I don't know if you've been watching 90-Day Fiance.
I haven't.
I used to watch it, and I stopped watching it, and then I saw some clips on TikTok, and I was like, oh, fuck, now I have to watch it. And then I started getting into all the variants, you know, like how COVID has variants. Well, so does 90-Day Fiance. You had before the 90 days, after the 90 days, all these different ones. And this one is this guy. His name's Lauren, and he lives in Las Vegas. This has nothing to do with this cryptid, but you guys have to know this. But he's into transgendered women, which is fine and everything. But this guy, like, he makes me feel so gross and so slimy. And that's saying that about a TV show that I watch about other gross, slimy people preying on people who are foreign and wanting a better life.
When everybody's gross and slimy and you stand out from the gross and slimy, you're pretty gross and slimy.
He was literally talking about how female penises are different than male penises. And the producers are like asking him questions. And normally you don't hear the producer ask questions. But there are times when that producer steps in on camera and you're like, you asking the questions I need to fucking know, dog.
You are the real winner in this.
Because the guy's like, so what's the difference between a male penis and a female penis? And of course, he's delighted to tell about it.
And we all want to know. Stop playing like you don't.
Motherfucker is homeless, has no money, and goes over to the Philippines and gets with a girl. And this girl thinking she's going to have this guy from America.
Oh,
and
bless her heart.
I'm like, oh no. And like you see the clips of him going, they're like, so are you going to take her to America? He's like, well, see, the problem is I'm homeless.
I can't even take myself back to America. So no, I'm not.
I'm all about traveling internationally these days. And whether it be 90-day fiancés or cryptids.
Thank you. Same. So the real question here is this fact or fiction? Let's get to the real questions, y'all.
I feel like this is facts on facts on facts. I've never known you to tell me anything other than facts.
Thank you. Now, before you think that the king of the lake is just another imaginary fable, just know that there is some evidence to suggest it may be real. There's many theories suggesting that this creature travels extensively. Some researchers, for example, connect the famous lake monster Bessie, not Nessie, Bessie.
Okay. This is her cousin.
I love the way that you act like I'm really teaching you something. Thank you for being such a good audience.
I was like, well, I didn't even know there was a Bessie and a Nessie. How about that?
I couldn't be me without you.
I mean, I couldn't be me without you.
So since you don't know, if you're unfamiliar with Bessie, let me drop some knowledge on you.
Do it.
Bessie is a name given to the lake monster. Hold on. Jimmy, do you know where Bessie's located? Oh, I'm dropping knowledge on both of y'all.
I mean, and he's got autism, so he knows a lot of things.
Useless information.
A lot of useless shit.
So Bessie is a name given to the lake monster in Lake Erie.
Oh.
Also known as South Bay Bessie or simply the Lake Erie monster.
So is Bessie and Nessie only water, or are they also traveling on the land? Are they like taking Amtrak? What are we doing here? Greyhounds?
So we believe
Wait, can they fly?
That they are genetically predisposed that they can do some land travel. But since we haven't been able to collect blood samples from them, this is all hypothetical.
Damn it.
But the cryptozoology...
So if you guys know Nessie or Bessie, I'm going to tell you need to get her on down to the Quest Diagnostics. I need some blood samples.
Yes. But the cryptozoology community as a whole, we do believe that they can land travel too.
Really, I really, in my brain, hope it's like a LSD fever dream and Bessie just flies. And she's just like, no feathers, just using her little flippers going, whee!
There's nothing to disprove that, Jennifer. There isn't.
That's the world I want to live in.
I ain't even mad at you. I'll live in that world. Now, there have been...
You see that cloud up there? Looks just like Bessie. That might just be Bessie.
Might just be her. There have been several sightings of this large serpentine monster that they believe that it followed the Irish immigrants over here to the heartland of America.
He said potato famine was too much for him, too.
Gotta go, fam.
Time for the dust folks.
They look like they know where they're going. Kind of like when you're lost and you see a car that's driving very confidently and you're like, you know what? I don't know where there's a detour and my GPS isn't picking it up, so I'm going to follow this car because they look like they know where they're going.
My friend Amanda, I was talking to her the other day and she was in Disney World. It was Disney or Universal. And she said she was on the ride with some people who were non-English speaking and tourists. And they put her in this little thing, the door shut, and her daughter like had this freak out. So they bust their way out of this thing. And this couple saw them and was like, I don't know what they're running from, but we busted out the door too. She said, like, finally when the workers came up and were like, what are y'all doing? The other couple realized nothing really was going on. They're like, oh, well, we do want to ride the ride. I was like, that's my girl, Amanda.
I mean, I ain't mad at them people. When in doubt, run.
When in doubt, you see someone else running, you run faster.
I'm not sticking around to find out what we're running from.
No, ma'am, we are not.
If I have learned anything from American genre horror movies, go.
And for more information about horror movies, check out our boys at Don't Go Out There.
Yeah. So back to the Otter King. An unconfirmed sighting of Bessie describes a terrifying encounter with a huge lake creature that killed 3 people in 1992. A more elusive but similar sinister creature has apparently been attacking swimmers in Pump House Beach near Port Dover in Canada since August of 2001.
Not at Pump House Beach. No, that's my favorite beach to hang out at. This is the saddest name for a beach ever. I've been on some beautiful beaches, okay? Bahia Honda, things like that. Pump House Beach.
It probably means something different in Canada, and it probably means like beautiful creature or something. I don't know. I know they speak English, but they do also speak French, so it might be translated incorrectly.
I don't speak French, so I'm not making those choices for them.
Exactly.
All right? I'm open and I'm receiving the information. What you do with it is what you do with it.
Other reports document that these creatures inhabit various scattered locations all over New England as well as the Great Lakes region. Now, more frightening.
You notice how they eat in the South? Because rednecks would have had that shit already mounted.
100%. We're going to get it.
I don't know what it is, Tommy, but boy,
let's get them.
It was fast.
More frightening than selkies, that's seals who take the form of humans, or famous kelpies, mythical water horses said to inhabit rivers and lakes of Scotland and Ireland. The Otter King, he's scarier than them, y'all, is considered to be an immature form of the famous Loch Ness Monster.
Immature, like
Like
poop jokes?
I think they mean in the evolution process.
Oh.
But I could be wrong.
I really was hoping more for the jokes.
Yeah, could be.
I love poo-poo pee-pee jokes.
But cracks. Now, the Loch Ness Monster is affectionately known as Nessie, if y'all don't know.
If y'all don't know, where the fuck you been?
Not in our world.
Nah, listen, I'm going to need you to go ahead and get you an encyclopedia of cryptids and go ahead and get started on your education. This is the education that matters. This is the shit you need to know, man.
And I feel like there should be some follow-up on Nessie because a little fact that I picked up is the link begins with the first sighting of the Loch Ness Monster in Scotland in the 7th century by Irish missionary Saint Columba. Columba was the first to challenge and overcome the Loch Ness Monster by using his spiritual powers. He miraculously saved a man from being devoured by the monster.
With his spiritual powers.
And I'm
That's
just
what Jimmy says about my powers, is spiritual. Because it makes him scared he's going to see God.
This story leads to another myth that Nessie's offspring came to the lakes of Ireland to avenge St. Columba's actions. So Nessie's kids were like, nah. Justice for mama.
Attica.
And they was like, we about to handle business. In recent years, the Otter King has drawn attention of my colleagues of cryptozoologists who have come up with their own theories.
I want to hear those theories.
Some of these include time travel. Believable.
Now I imagine 2 Loch Ness monsters dressed up as Doc and Marty getting in a DeLorean. Some fucking how.
Quantum leaping it.
Yeah. Scott Bakula over here.
First of all, if you have no evidence to disprove it, that it may not have evidence.
And we don't
want to
live in a fucking world where I don't see Bessie dressed up as Doc throwing food in a food processor on a DeLorean.
I don't want to live in a world like that.
I want that life.
They also believe that maybe some people displaced Loch Ness Monster's babies.
But
first of all,
honey,
again,
I lost my keys, my glasses, and those Loch Ness babies. Damn it, Steve.
Well, maybe people snuck in and stole her babies out her. Guess what? That's what happened when they fucked around in Jurassic World and took them babies.
That's exactly what happened, dude.
Yeah.
And more than one situation.
Yeah.
They took the T-Rex baby that one time. The other guy, he took the pterodactyl eggs. When are they gonna fucking learn? Stop taking the babies.
Stop it. Mamas don't play.
Don't fuck around and find out. And the last thing I want to fucking find out about is a dinosaur. All right. I feel like you about to be the attorney on the toilet that got ate the fuck up.
I believe you're stronger.
It's like an aperitif. Was it raptor eggs?
It was raptor eggs. But I wasn't going to call you out like that.
You know what? Because you my girl.
Because remember then the raptors got him in the circle.
Oh, that's true.
And then he was like, oh, fuck. We got their babies. Let's give them back. And maybe
I always think about at the end where they're like in the bird cage thing. And he almost loses the egg. But that's not the egg. Yeah. Mm-mm. You're right. You right. And I've never known you to be wrong.
No. But, it's okay. Because you're not, as in love with the movies like me and Jimmy.
You're basically a Jurassic Parkologist.
I am. It's one of my other titles.
I mean, she got titles, dog.
On titles.
You got cryptozoologist, CT, was it technician? Technologist. There we go. I like that better. Jurassic Parkologist, momologist, badassologist.
Teaching JJologist. I'm a teacher. Constantly schooling.
Assholeologist.
That too.
That's my specialty, baby.
So one of the other theories is that it could even possibly be fairies. Not sure what they do.
Fucking Tinkerbell in it.
But I thought I would just sprinkle that in there for you.
Oh, I see what you did there. Sprinkle a little fairy dust.
I didn't want to leave any information out.
Listen,
however,
until they prove otherwise, it's all a possibility.
However, one popular theory that isn't too crazy, I say that loosely.
Crazy according to who?
Exactly. Is that it's been suggested that if the Otter King is real, that it could be a descendant of the Siamagal Melutra, an ancient relative of the modern day otter. These terrifying giants were around, and they were the size of a large wolf, weighing roughly 110 pounds, and had a powerful bite that easily crushed the bones and skulls of their prey. They are around 6 million years old, and their fossils are only found in China. They're real. They're real. For real.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
That sounds terrifying.
Yeah.
Just like when you say something's jaw can break a bone, like my skull, that sounds like I don't need to hang out with that animal.
So see, maybe that animal time traveled from 6 million years ago, came to the present day, evolved to how it needs to survive today.
I mean, honestly, though.
In its DeLorean.
I mean, it could have not even time traveled in his little DeLorean. I mean, how much of the world is covered with water? A whole fuck ton of it. And how much of it is discovered? Very little of it.
There are also giant otters in the Amazon still alive today.
Mm-hmm.
These are not nearly large enough to be the giant otter. However, the same problem of the geography exists. But again, we in the community believe they can land travel. And it is sided with Terrence when it chased him on his horse.
Yeah.
So I also came across a picture.
Like, how many of y'all going to be in the Amazon going and looking for these otters anyways?
Exactly.
First five, you seen Anaconda?
I mean, I don't know about anybody that goes into the Amazon to discover creatures and take pictures like National Geographic or anything.
It's like fucking Jennifer Lopez and Ice Cube out there looking for snakes and ate up by an otter.
I did come across a picture on Reddit of the creature. It does resemble a large otter with the dog-like head, almost looking like a prehistoric creature that roamed with the dinosaurs. And I'm here for it.
Every day.
Sadly, the modern-day king otter are very rare and sadly, possibly maybe extinct, which goes against to stop destroying our creatures' homes.
For real. If there's anything to be learned about pollution and global warming, if you guys don't care about yourselves or your families or any of these other things, think about the cryptids that we have yet to fucking discover that y'all are making it impossible to fucking find because you're ruining everything.
You're taking their homes away.
How am I ever going to fucking meet Bigfoot? How?
I don't know.
Y'all are taking my dreams from me.
But it is said that the creature can still be found roaming in distant lands and distant areas. And the dream is that hopefully one day we will spot him.
I live that dream.
And that is the story of the Otter King. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
I learned so much today.
How did I make that almost an hour?
Because of all my dumb jokes. And you just going with them. That's why we're best friends.
So respect nature. Respect the animals and creatures.
Or the otter's going to respect you with its mouth.
That's right.
Did you hear it? Quick crush skulls and shit.
Be kind.
Rewind. Sorry, that. Oh, my brain couldn't stop it.
So that was fun and lighthearted, and I enjoyed it. And I hope he does exist because I believe
that. We've been talking about like some weird ass heavy shit. I've been listening to some weird ass heavy shit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be talking about a whole bunch of like captivity shit coming out soon. So thank you for that. It was the breath of fresh air that we always need.
It was.
You are a breath of fresh air.
Same.
Thanks.
Same.
Well, you guys, don't forget to find us on all our socials, Instagram, Facebook, and all that jazz. Don't forget to check out our merch. Is there any merch that you would like us to make? We will do it if you will buy it. What is it? If they build it, we will come. If I make it, will you buy it? Peace. And don't forget to subscribe and rate us on all the platforms, even the ones you don't listen on. Help a sister out. So her and her best friend can own a yacht and live their best lives. You know, y'all know how hard Becky works. Listen, she's out there saving fucking lives. Y'all fucking
every day.
Owe her.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
And if you have any of your own Too Close to Home stories, give us a call. And until next time,
stay safe.
Keep your head on full.
And please bring it too close to home that you bring the Otter King over and he swims in Jen's pool.
Yeah, please.
And we can pet him.
We could be best friends.
Forever.
And I can stick the Otter King on people I don't like.
Yeah. Because Jennifer will craft us up some best friend necklaces real quick for him.
I mean, right. Like, all these Swifties think that they got the game on lock on friendship bracelets. They ain't seen mine yet.
They ain't seen nothing.
Ain't seen a dang thing.
Nothing.
Bye. If you enjoyed this episode of Too Close to Home, don't forget to rate and subscribe to us on most platforms. Follow us on our social media at Too Close Home Pod on Facebook, at Too Close Podcast on Instagram, or if you have your own Too Close to Home experience, shoot us your story at tooclosetohome@yahoo.com. Thanks for listening.